Hello friends, welcome to my channel, The Life of Biochemistry by Harish. Today we are discuss about phenylketonuria. First of all, we are see about introduction in phenylketonuria. The phenylketonuria is one of the inborn error metabolism. That means it's a birth defect, it's a rare genetic disorder which body cannot properly convert food into energy. This disorder are usually caused by defect in specific enzymes or a cofactor. It's a severe brain disorder and it's a treatable disease. The child with PKU, its baby cannot use a part of amino acid. This part of amino acid is called phenylalanine. The phenylalanine is one of the essential amino acid. It cannot synthesis in our body, so it's needs for our diet. Next we are see about definition of phenylketonuria. The high concentration of phenylalanine is accumulated in the blood is called hyperphenylalanemia. It leads to the excretion of phenylalanine in the urine. This condition is known as phenylketonuria. This condition occurs when due to the some of enzyme deficiency or absence in the tyrosine metabolism. Next, we are see about phenylketonuria pathway. The dietary protein it's also converted into the amino acid. This amino acid have a one of the phenylalanine. This phenylalanine it's also converted into the tyrosine by the enzyme of phenylalanine hydroxylase. It is a normal metabolic process. In the condition of phenylketonuria, the amino acid phenylalanine cannot converted into the tyrosine due to the phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme or deficiency. So the phenylalanine cannot converted into the tyrosine. The phenylalanine it's accumulated in the bloodstream. So this condition leads to the phenylalanine it's excreted in the urine. This condition is known as phenylketonuria. Next we are see about discovery of phenylketonuria. In 1934, Dr. S. John Folling is first discovered of phenylketonuria. So the disorder is otherwise called Folling disorder. And next we are see about normal level of phenylalanine in blood. Normally 1 to 2 milligram percentage are present in our bloodstream. But in the patient with classical phenylketonuria, this level is raised above 1200 millimole per liter. The incidence like 1 in 10,000 live birth in India. In the recently known 1 in 18,300 per year for India. And next we are see about defects of chromosomes. The mutation occurs when the both alleles of a gene for phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. It's found on the chromosome 12 because it is a autosomal recessive disorder. That means two copies of abnormal genes must be present in the chromosomes. This picture is represented as the two parents carried the one abnormal gene, but both are unaffected. These parents to give a first baby will be safe because this baby haven't any abnormal gene. The second baby is carried one abnormal gene from mother. This baby become a unaffected carried child. The third baby is carried one abnormal gene from father. This baby also safe because only one abnormal gene are carried. The fourth baby are affected because they have two abnormal genes. So this baby are carried the phenylketonuria. Because I already asked that this is a autosomal recessive trait. Autosomal recessive trait means the two abnormal gene must be present to develop the disorder. Next to see about abnormal metabolic pathway of phenylketonuria. The phenylalanine cannot converted to tyrosine. So this phenylalanine undergoes transamination to form a phenylpyruvic acid and its products like phenylactic acid and phenylacetic acid. The abnormal metabolic product of phenylacetic acid also combined with the glutamic acid, it's responsible for the mousy odor of urine. The next one is the phenylalanine and also combined with the phenylpyruvic acid. It's responsible for the blue-green color of urine. It is indicate the is a presence of phenylketonuria. Next we are see about understanding of tyrosine metabolism. The phenylalanine is converted into the tyrosine by the enzyme of phenylalanine hydroxylase. This tyrosine is converted into the fumarate acetoacetic acid. This fumarate acetoacetic acid is also enter into the citric acid cycle involved in some respective steps. This tyrosine is converted into the 3,4 dihydroxyphenylalanine, that is called DOPA. The DOPA is also converted into the melanin. The melanin is one of the natural pigmentation in our body. It's found on skin, eye and hair. In the condition of phenylketonuria patient, the phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is defects leads to the phenylalanine cannot converted into the tyrosine. So thus tyrosine level are decrease. So do not form a melanin. It leads to the fairy hair, eye and skin. Next we are see about classes of phenylketonuria. It's based on the hyperphenylalaninemia. There are 5 types of phenylketonuria: type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 and type 5. The type 1 is condition of classical type of phenylketonuria. The enzyme defect of phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is deficiency or absent. The treatment like low phenylalanine diet. The type 2 is condition of persistent hyperphenylalaninemia. The enzyme defect of deficiency of phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. The treatment like temporary dietary therapy is not necessary for that. Type 3 is a transient mild hyperphenylalaninemia. It is an enzyme defect of maturity is delayed on the phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. The treatment like temporary dietary therapy is also not necessary for that. Type 4 is a condition of dihydropterin reductase deficiency. The enzyme defect of deficiency or absence of dihydropterin reductase. The treatment like to take a DOPA, 5-hydroxytryptophan and carbidopa. Type 5 is a abnormal dihydropterin function. The enzyme defect of dihydropterin reductase synthesis is defect. The treatment like to take a DOPA and carbidopa. Next we are see about symptoms like phenylketonuria. The earlier symptoms like the odor of breath and skin, eczema, vomiting, irritability, fairy skin, hair and blue eye. It is a earlier symptoms. Next the later symptoms. Do not untreated continuously. The later symptoms like severe brain damage, that's like mental retardation and seizures. The mental retardation occurs when the excess of phenylalanine can causes the prevent of normal brain development and result in the mental retardation. And next one is a psychiatric disorder, that means the changing of mood and behavior. Next one is a shaking or jerky movement in the arm and legs, poor development of tooth enamel, and abnormalities of phenotype include growth failure and microcephaly. That means head size is smaller than normal and do not develop the brain. This is symptoms like phenylketonuria. First picture is a blue eye, second picture is a eczema, third picture is a microcephaly. Next we are see about diagnosis of phenylketonuria. The newborn blood testing to identify almost all cases of phenylketonuria. Second one is the before pregnancy or birth screening test. Third one is estimation of plasma phenylalanine level. Fourth one is phenylalanine tolerance test. Fifth one is a urine test. The blue-green color of urine is formed. It's responsible for the phenylalanine. It's combined with the abnormal metabolic product of phenylpyruvic acid to give a blue-green color. It is a positive test for phenylketonuria. Next we are see about treatment of phenylketonuria. The control of dietary supplements cannot take up high phenylalanine foods, that's like eggs, fish, nuts, beans and meats. The United States Food and Drug Administration recently approved sapropterin for the treatment of phenylketonuria. Sapropterin is otherwise called tetrahydrobiopterin. This tetrahydrobiopterin helps to decrease the phenylalanine level in blood, and proper nutritional requirement is a good treatment for the phenylketonuria. It is a best phenylalanine free foods that's like fruits, vegetables, juices, low protein breads and pasta, rice and etc. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell button that you will get all the videos from my uploads. Thank you.